They underestimated him, called him a meme king, dismissed him as a Twitter addict in a billionaire's body. They thought he was just noise, just another tech bro with a savior complex. But what they didn't realize was that Elon Musk was playing a longer game, one that didn't care for headlines, one that didn't stop at rockets or self-driving cars. This was about something far more dangerous: control over truth itself. And the man who once tweeted about Dogecoin was now holding explosive tapes that could bring down the most powerful office on Earth. Joe Biden's worst nightmare had just become real. It started with whispers, behind closed doors, in rooms where the public was never allowed. Agreements made not with laws, but with nods, winks, and cold silence. The government wanted control of the internet, of speech, of the very narrative that held the country together. And they didn't just want to guide it. They wanted to own it, shape it, filter it, delete it. The tool for that control was big tech, and the biggest tool of them all, Twitter. They had a system, a quiet, calculated, surgical suppression engine. Dissenting voices would vanish. Posts that didn't align with policy would evaporate. Doctors, scientists, journalists, ordinary people, all flagged, all silenced, all buried under digital concrete. But then Elon Musk bought the machine. They laughed. They said he was impulsive, said he wouldn't survive, that the platform would crumble. They mocked the layoffs, ridiculed the chaos. But what they didn't realize was this: Elon wasn't interested in preserving Twitter. He was here to exhume it, dig up the bones, crack open the vaults, and uncover everything they tried to erase. Deep in the back end, in code not meant to be seen by human eyes, he found it. Buried beneath encrypted directories was a folder called Project Nightingale. No password, no access logs, just one file after another. And inside, tapes, real, raw, unedited, tapes of conversations, phone calls, meeting transcriptions, emails, and one voice, crystal clear: get Musk under control. Use content moderation as a cover. I don't care if it's hate speech, safety, or misinformation. Just bury his platform. That voice? Joe Biden. You could hear it. The urgency, the fear, the resentment. It wasn't about protecting the public. It was about protecting a narrative, protecting power. Because Elon was unfiltered. He let people speak. And in a world built on illusion, that was the greatest threat of all. Musk didn't panic. He didn't tweet it. Not yet. He called in a team. Data analysts, former intelligence officers, legal firepower, and they verified everything. One tape after another. One thread connects to another. From White House officials, to Twitter's top trust and safety board, to government-funded NGOs pulling the strings from the shadows. The truth was bigger than anyone thought. This wasn't just about censorship. It was coordinated suppression at the federal level. A digital coup. And the puppet masters were exposed. Elon knew what had to be done. No leaks to journalists. No backroom deals. No teasing. He would release it raw, just as it was. And he gave it a name the internet would never forget. #Nightingale Files. The next day, the world woke up to a single tweet. You're not going to believe this, but you deserve to know. Attached, a Dropbox link. Open access. No paywall. No ads. Just files. Audio. Transcripts. Emails. Screenshots. The first recording, Joe Biden's voice. We can't let him dictate the platform. He's not elected. He's a risk. Do whatever needs to be done. That wasn't a suggestion. That was a command. The internet exploded. #ImpeachNow. #Biden tapes. #FreeSpeechGate. The hashtags flooded every platform. Millions downloaded the files within hours. Mainstream media tried to contain the fire. But it was too late. The clips were on TikTok, Instagram, Telegram, and even WhatsApp chains in rural Africa had the voice of Biden echoing through group chats. CNN hesitated, then cracked. They ran the headline: Musk releases government censorship tapes. Is the president complicit? Fox News ran it on a 24-hour loop. Even BBC called it the greatest digital leak since Snowden. But the real war wasn't just in the newsrooms. It was in Congress. Senators who had once mocked Musk were now demanding hearings. Subpoenas were drafted overnight. Whistleblowers came forward. Former Twitter staff. Former government contractors. One by one, the puzzle was being pieced together on live television. And Joe Biden? Silent. Not a tweet. Not a word. Just a press secretary stumbling through ongoing investigation statements. For 2 days, the president disappeared. No briefings. No speeches. No public appearances. Inside the White House, aides scrambled. Lawyers argued. Strategies collapsed. Then, he appeared, standing behind a podium, looking tired, looking cornered. Yes, I spoke about moderation. Yes, there were concerns about misinformation. But I did what I believed was necessary to protect Americans. The crowd was silent. The reporters frozen. He didn't deny the tapes. He didn't discredit the source. He simply justified it. And in that moment, the mask fell. This wasn't about safety. It was about control. And Elon Musk had ripped the curtain down. Lawsuits flooded in. A class action filed by silenced users. Civil liberty watchdogs demanded accountability. State attorneys began investigations. Elon, he tweeted 2 words. Mission complete. But the war wasn't over. Because something had shifted. A silent revolution had begun. People started asking questions. Started thinking. Started remembering. All the things they were told not to say. Not to think. Not to believe. Doctors reinstated. Accounts reactivated. Apologies issued in quiet corners. But Elon didn't ask for praise. Didn't call himself a savior. He simply reminded everyone. Freedom of speech is not a relic of the past. It's the foundation of the future. And so the man they once mocked, the man they shadow banned, the man they tried to digitally erase, became the symbol of resistance. Joe Biden wanted silence. But he got an echo, a thunderous roar across every platform, every country, every tongue, because truth doesn't die when buried. It just waits for a man bold enough to dig it back up. And sometimes, that man comes wearing a hoodie, holding a phone, and tweeting from a Tesla. They called him dangerous. They were right, but not to democracy, to tyranny. They tried to make him the villain. But the villain became the mirror. And in that mirror, Joe Biden saw exactly what he feared, a future he could no longer control. For more stories they don't want you to know, coming soon on Crime Files Uncovered. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Leave your thoughts below. Was Elon Musk a hero, or just another player in the game?